Hey guys, Phil again. I wanted to follow up our last vlog about design thinking and service design with a great example from a company that's going to hit home for a lot of us in the creative industry, specifically videographers, photographers, and people that need to rent cameras. I'm talking about Lensrentals. A lot of you have probably experienced the innovations that these companies have started bringing forward. So whether it's Lensrentals, Lens Pro to Go, which they've actually purchased now, there's some consolidation in this, which is amazing. But you've probably experienced the evolution of actually ordering these things online. It's very easy to check out. There's even Prime-esque subscription models where you get free 2-day shipping and cheaper insurance and other things on your equipment. And even then, they've started making the actually sending back of packages easier. They include any postage that you need, so I don't even have to print it off anymore. There's your order receipts, this nice little packet of information that everything's included in. It even tells me to smile, right? It's very on brand. It's come a long way, right? There's even instructions here, so I know how to do this. Before it was, I used to have to print things off. I had to tape my own boxes and do all these other things. And it's really that taping your own box thing that's resonated with me, because I don't know how many times I've gotten to USPS, I've gotten to UPS or FedEx and not had tape. So I've either had to pay an upcharge for them to tape the box for me, or I bought a roll of tape and now I have 15 rolls of tapes at my house that I completely forgot about, right? Well, Lensrentals did a solid, and now they include this in their thank you package. And if you can't see this, it's a giant roll of tape, just keeps going. But not really. It's actually just a roll of tape with a cheeky message on it that makes you kind of smile, talks about Marty McFly and Back to the Future, and it's really playing to this pain point that their consumers go through of not having enough tape or not having the right kind of packaging tape to send something back. And it really closes the loop on that consumer journey and this pain point. If you actually search online, when they started including this piece of tape, people were over the moon for it, right? It was a huge point of contention, something that people were complaining about constantly, and talking to some of the people at Lensrentals, it was just something that their consumers were complaining about. And for them, it's a very simple task of including that in every package that they send out. They're very, very efficient and process oriented. So for them, it was a very minor thing to include, but it's been incredibly impactful for the consumer. And it's a great example of service design and service innovation. Innovations don't have to be these huge, big things, right? They can be small, incremental, but something like that is very impactful, and it's resonated hugely with consumers. And for us at Allied, when we say, okay, you approach design thinking in the creative world, they follow through with this, right? If they didn't include the tape with the cheeky response, right, people probably wouldn't have noticed it as much. If they didn't have that complete package, or they didn't approach it in that right way, and the delivery of this actual innovation, it could have fallen on deaf ears, right? And so that's, again, what we try to do with our clients, is work with them to understand how do we make these messages and everything as impactful as possible so that they don't fall on deaf ears. But again, this we think is a great example of service design and service innovation, and it hits home for us here at Allied because we're constantly running from Lensrentals, and it's made our lives incredibly pain-free now when we go to send something back. So kudos to Lensrentals, and a great example of service design thinking and service innovation. Really understanding the full consumer journey, taking that step back and saying, hey, we've nailed the front-end experience for consumers. Where else can we help innovate, and where are the other pain points? So again, for everyone out there, it takes a lot of effort sometimes, but those simple questions of where can we potentially help in that consumer journey or in our consumers' lives, they're really there's small steps sometimes that can make the biggest impact. So again, Phil Swanson, Allied Productions, until we talk again, take care.